Hello world. Welcome to DevWeCode. Why modern websites are 100x heavier. In 1993, id Software released Doom. The entire game, monsters, 3D maps, music, and blood-pumping gameplay, clocked in at about 2.39 megabytes. Today, a single high-quality photo uploaded to Instagram or a modern news site can easily exceed 3 megabytes. Think about that. We have reached a point in history where a picture of a sandwich contains more data than an entire 3D revolution. We were promised that fiber optics and 5G would make the web instantaneous. Instead, we're waiting longer than ever for pages to hydrate, render, and track us. This is the story of Software Bloat, how we traded efficiency for convenience, and why the 1990s internet was, in some ways, technically superior. In 1996, the average web page was roughly 14 kilobytes. If you wanted a website, you wrote HTML by hand. There were no frameworks, no libraries, and certainly no tracking pixels. Every byte was precious. Why? Because the bottleneck was the 56K modem. At that speed, downloading a 1 megabyte file took 3 minutes. If your website was heavy, nobody saw it. So, what changed? In a word, JavaScript. Originally meant for simple form validation and falling snow effects, JavaScript has become the backbone of the web. We stopped building documents and started building applications. Today, to show a "Hello World" message in a modern framework like Next.js or Nuxt, your browser often has to download and pass megabytes of JavaScript before it even knows what to display. This is called hydration. The server sends the HTML, but the browser has to rebuild the site in its memory. We use npm install like it's free. But every dependency has dependencies. You want a simple date picker. You might accidentally pull in 40 other libraries you didn't even know existed. But it's not just the code we see. It's the code that's watching us. Open any major news site today. You aren't just downloading news. You are downloading 4 different analytics scripts, 12 advertising trackers, 3 different heat map tools, social media, like button scripts that track you across the web. On many sites, up to 70% of the data transferred has nothing to do with the content you came to read. It's the hidden tax of the modern ad-driven internet. Why do we do this? Is it because modern developers are lazy? Not exactly. It's because we value developer experience, DX, over user experience, UX. It is much easier and faster for a company to build a site using a massive framework. It's easier to maintain, easier to scale, and easier to hire for. We've reached a point where developer time is more expensive than user bandwidth. Because we can ship 5 megabytes of code over a 5G connection, we do. We've stopped asking, is this efficient, and started asking, is this easy to build? The tide is slowly turning. New tools like Astro and HTMX are pushing us back toward HTML-first development. We are realizing that maybe, just maybe, the 90s were onto something. The challenge for the next generation of developers isn't seeing how much we can add, it's seeing how much we can take away while still delivering a world-class experience. Before we go, here are some fun facts about web. Google's first homepage was famously sparse, not because they wanted a clean look, but because Sergey Brin was once quoted as saying, "We didn't have a webmaster and I don't know HTML," which contributed to the simplistic, functional design. The first ever website, CERN 1991, is still online. It weighs less than a single icon on a modern site. Transferring 1 gigabyte of data over the web uses about 0.06 kilowatt-hours of electricity. Every time we optimize a site by 1 megabyte, we are literally helping the planet. This is DevWeCode. If you want to see a deep dive into how to build a website that weighs less than a 1990s GIF, hit that subscribe button. Stay curious, keep coding, and please, watch your bundle size.